So yes, it's another motherfucking episode of Mystique Talk X podcast. Where the fuck y'all been at? Because if you wasn't here, where the fuck you been at? I'm so glad that you're here today. We really don't be needing too many introductions, I be feeling like, for these times. I mean, because by the time we introduce it, be like, girl, shut the fuck up. We know who that is, cousin. So, I mean, no further delay. Pressure the Entertainer today. Yes, episode, what is this? This is episode 10 with
10
Pressure
times.
the, yeah, 10 times. So I'm super excited. Still trying to get my breath because, y'all, we was just running around here before we got here with you, but
they don't know the struggle.
Y'all don't really understand, but we're going to talk about it today. I'm super glad that y'all back. Thank you for coming back today. But yes, I'm very excited. Today we got Pressure the Entertainer. So let's get right into it. Pressure, what's good? What's happening? What's going on with you?
You was good. You was happening. I'm just trying to, if I had your hand, I'd throw mine in.
Oh, you're so sweet. Let's talk about, like, I mean, we all know, we can see you. You are you're very entertaining. I mean, very nice to look at. I mean, but, like, let's talk about where that all came from. Like, what gives you this whole Pressure the Entertainer? Where did it come from?
So Pressure the Entertainer actually came from my time as a stripper.
So you was a stripper?
Yes, and a lot of people confuse that with dancing. I can't dance at all. I can't dance at all. Even if you watch me fucking, it look like I can, but I can't, right? But what I learned is girls call it feature dancing, where guys or, whoever is a stripper flies around different places, promoters booking them. Guys don't really have a name for it in the urban circuit. It's just, I got booked out of town. And
at like a club setting, or
so
how does it look like?
basically, the promoter will find the guy she's interested in booking on social media. So she books him. Once she sends a deposit, then she can use photos to promote. Okay. So maybe she rents out a venue. That could be, a venue in whatever city she lives in.
Right.
Could be a house. And then she sells tickets in advance. So once a girl sees somebody they like coming to the show, they take off work, they make arrangements to come to the gig. And during
it
these
sounds like a
environments,
business.
Oh, it's very business. So during these environments, there's probably 6 guys that dance all together, and by dance I use that term loosely. And where girls normally strip on and off all night, when I get flown to a different city to perform at an event like this, I'm dancing 15 minutes.
So only 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And, like, I'm curious just to say, because I could just imagine for 15 minutes of you, how much does one get paid of 15 minutes?
So let me tell you, right, the reason why I stopped stripping, and this is no disrespect to the game, because there was a time when I needed, like, that strip money. So I'm never going to discredit it, because that strip money fed my face.
Right.
But I was leaving Raleigh, North Carolina, where I'm from, getting on a plane, going to places like Texas and Ohio and Indianapolis. Promoter paying me $200 when I pull up.
Find somebody else to do it.
And then I'm getting whatever I make off the floor. If I'm lucky, that's $1,000. If it's a bad night, maybe that's another $100, $200. But in that 15 minutes, I realized that the women usually couldn't tell the difference between the dancers and the people that don't dance so much, as long as they're having a good time. So that's where I went from Pressure to Pressure the Entertainer, because as long as I entertain during those 15 minutes, I get the ladies aroused during those 15 minutes. They having the time of their life.
Ladies aroused is crazy.
Then they don't even.
But I've been
notice.
to one of these male reviews. Is that what they kind of call it?
Yeah, that's kind of something like that. But it's not like
down.
I always stress the urban circuit, because the urban circuit is different. I feel like a lot of times when girls think strippers, they think it's very Chippendale-ish. And no disrespect to them, they've never disrespected me. But the things that me and my boy CEO was doing, it was a lot nastier than that. It was a lot nastier.
Give me like a good night.
All right, so like a good night, right?
They paint a picture.
Okay, boom. So off the rip, when I bend the doorway, I'm not even about to do too much moving until somebody come put some money on me.
Okay, so you just standing there like a mannequin at Macy's. looking good.
Mannequin that may wish they need to get some
Maybe
mannequins.
Neiman's. Oh, the fuck Macy's. That's old school. We talking about Neiman's, Bloomingdale's, Louis.
So boom.
Burberry.
Now during this time, if I'm not coming out with bro, I'm coming out individual. Shorty's gonna come out, they're gonna put some bread on me real quick. And then there's things that's gonna happen where I'm gonna interact. And who I interact with is strategic. It's either I see from, one of my peripherals, something like that.
This side.
Yeah, the corner piece. Maybe there's a lady doing one of these, right? Obviously, she wants to give me some of that money. She deserves some attention at the time.
She deserves it.
Now, here's a key that I'm going to give away that I normally don't give away. Typically, I look for somebody I feel like society would usually deem to be unattractive.
The ugly girl.
With a group of her friends.
The one the face the mama love.
And her only. What I've learned, if you show attention to those ladies, while that group of friends is there, they want their friend to have a good time so much. Her friend's gonna go crazy for you now because this girl, who I guess we gonna call the face that only a mother could love, usually doesn't get attention for people that look like me. And her friends is loving that, she loving that, so it's way better than just finding a girl who I personally think is attractive, that maybe has a couple dollars to spend. She not gonna go crazy.
Makes sense. Wow.
Like, shorty's turning up for their homegirl. So long story medium, the entertainer really came before I was doing porn. It came from the stripping aspect. It came from me basically hustling the game out of me getting booked with these guys that can really dance, and I can't dance at all. I'm just here because people like the way I look, and I'm.
But y'all didn't know that. Look at that. All pressure the entertainer fans as a scripper. You didn't even know he didn't know how to 1, 2, 3.
You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all that just for evidence, man. I did that.
Wow, exclusive. I feel so special to have you here. Well, let's talk about how the fuck did you even become a scripper? Like, what the fuck? I mean, you look good, but like, how does a male that look like you just say, I would think GQ or Vogue? You said, fuck that, I'm gonna go ahead and script.
So, one of my best friends in the world is a white boy. And his mother called me one day, and his mother used to be a madam. For those of you that don't know what a madam is, it's a female that organizes dates for clients, and you can put the rest of the pieces to the puzzle together. Consensual
and of age, of course.
Obviously.
Okay, we're going to just say that.
Facts. Please say that. And she called me one day, and she was like, because at the time I was in the bodybuilding. So I was doing photo shoots and stuff, and
looking
she was
good,
like,
smelling good.
I see a lot of pictures and photo shoots that you do. People love the way you look. You never thought about being a stripper? And I told her, I call her mother also. I stayed with her for a little while when I was coming up. So I was like, Mom, I can't dance. And she was like, no one cares if you can dance or not. They just want to see how you look. But I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, that we don't have clubs where men can then go entertain women. There's only clubs for women to entertain men.
Got it.
So if you want to strip in these kind of environments, this is free game if you may be in a state like mine. What you have to do is you have to go to the call websites. And they have websites set up for if you're a lady in the city that wants to do like a bachelor party, birthday party, etc. You go on this website, they have guys posted on the website, and then you just call and order who you want.
Wow.
So I apply for the website, and maybe like 2 weeks goes by, I don't hear anything. My friend Moms calls me back. She says, what did they say? I said, they never called me. She said, what did they ask on the interview? I said, well, they asked what my experience was. I told them I didn't have any experience, and I can't dance. They asked me what my name was. I told them I didn't have a name because I didn't. And she's like, well, of course you didn't call. They didn't call you back. Call the lady on the phone and talk to her. I called on the phone. The lady was so rude to me. And she was like, of course I didn't call. You can't dance. I'm not into teaching. You don't have any experience. But I tell you what, send me a couple of photos. And if you're just like, wow, somebody I've never seen before, then I might call you back.
Well, he was like, oh, lady, hold on. You got me fucked up.
On the phone. Like,
what's your text number?
But I'm not. I'm just thinking maybe this is how they talk in this industry. So I sent a couple pictures, and this lady called me probably 50 times that day. And she was texting me with a whole nother tone now. It was, oh, I feel like maybe we can use you over here. And I never met this lady in person. This lady was
we could get some money together, babe.
Partially reason why what changed my life. She gave me the name Pressure.
Did she say why? I mean,
because she posted me on the website initially. under a different name because I didn't have a name. And then maybe after me being on there like a week, she calls me and she's like, the line is blowing up about you. I even got guys on my website calling, mad that you're on the website. You know, I've just never seen anything like this. What do you think about the name Pressure? I'm like, I don't know. Let me think about it. And then I Google it, try to see if someone else has the name, and I don't find anybody. So then I think, oh, I can use the hashtag and I can play off of the apply pressure thing. And I said, all right, you know, okay, cool, change my name to Pressure.
Smart.
And I just rolled with it from there because from the strip world, I kind of had a fan base kind of buzzing already. So when I transitioned into porn, it just felt right to keep my name. I almost changed my name one time, but Prince convinced me not to. Yeah.
Prince Yashua. Shout out to Prince Yashua.
For sure.
It's just funny to me how you go from like dancing to porn. And it's like
Crazy.
my transition.
Crazy.
Because let me ask you something. Would you consider stripping or the art of stripping, we'll call it exotic dancing, right? Sex work?
That's a slippery slope, right? Because on one side, yes, because I feel like that was my exposure to, I feel like society teaches the world that men pay for sex and that women don't. Stripping was my exposure to that's bullshit. And so it was really kind of, stripping was my gateway drug into what I would consider full sex work. I feel like the art of sex work or exotic dancing is like, it's like sex preschool or like sex school before you get to the real school. There's still an art of sex work to it, but I feel like it's not fair to compare me pretending to be intimate with someone that I maybe have no desire to be intimate with to someone that has to genuinely then be intimate with somebody. So it's kind of, it's sex workish.
What was your first like day in the strip club like?
My first strip show was where I met CEO. Shout out to CEO because
Shout out.
if it wasn't
And
for
where
him,
was this? And what kind of date it for us so we can get it?
So this was about probably 6 years ago. And
for the year. Sorry. For those like me who 23, 22.
Yeah,
we're talking like 2019-ish.
I'm rocking with that because you
we're
said
gonna
it
just
first.
fucking
Math
say
really
it.
wasn't my thing.
Know.
You see what I'm saying?
But 6 years of fucking go.
They don't require a lot of counting at my job.
Somebody's gonna calculate in the comments.
Be like, actually, according to my calculations,
we're in 2023, folks.
So around 6 or so years ago, I was only on the website and I was dating a girl and she found a flyer for at work for like a male review, which at the time I didn't know what it was. But I kind of put the pieces together. Oh, this is a strip thing. Maybe they'll let me come and perform also.
Right.
And I called and the lady was like, she's like, yeah, this is us. You know, do you want to buy a ticket? No, I don't want to buy a ticket. I'm trying to get on the show. And she's like, oh, well, we're booked for performers, but, you know, send us a couple photos and we'll keep you in mind for next time. And I sent some pictures and she called and she said, you know, maybe you can get on this show.
Right away again. Look at you lucky.
It was just working out in my favor at the time. And I had a manager at the time. And she told me that another one of her clients, who at the time I didn't know was her brother. She told me that another one of her clients would be at the show, link up with him. He would kind of show me the ropes. We linked up, and this wasn't the show me the ropes night. This was the
get on the floor. That's the dope thing.
Hey boy, hey, you got to see it through night. Figure it out. Now what's funny is at a lot of these strip shows, guys wear what we call dick sleeves. And it's...
What's that?
It's like, it's a way for me to have my dick out, but for it to still be covered up. It looks like a sparkly sock or something like that.
Okay.
And I saw them from like YouTube videos and stuff of me doing the research on what I thought stripping was supposed to be about. And I ordered this outfit and I have no idea how to tie my dick up in this dick sleeve. Because I've like at the shows, guys have their dick in these sleeves, but their dick is hard while they're performing. I tried to tie my dick in the sleeve so many times, and I could not keep my dick hard in the sleeve. So my first strip show, I go out, dick on gummy worm in the sleeve. I'm talking about this just on Willie the Flop. all in the sleeve. And
What in the fuck?
I know nothing. I'm probably 20 pounds heavier than I am now. So nice body still, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I probably made the most money out of all the dancers there that night.
God, why do you think that was?
I feel like it was my sex appeal, because stripping to a certain professional level is very strategic. But in reality, none of the plans that you make really matter. None of the plans I make really matter. When we get to the event, all that matters is who the ladies like and who they want to get their money to. Whether I can dance, whether you're the best dancer in the world, whether you tall, whether you brown skin,
Right.
it just matters who they want to support. So they just came and showed out for me.
And why do you think that was? What was you giving that night?
Oh, I was giving.
Because you was not playing with nobody.
Nah, I was really giving. I got one of the best bodies in here.
Period.
I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I'm giving, even with the dick on gummy worm in this sleeve. It's some weight on this sleeve, no?
Don't play with this.
It's some weight on this
I'm in
sleeve.
this atmosphere. My
it's
dick
cold
is in
in
a sock,
here.
ma'am. It's cold. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me get right into this porn thing before we get into a little break real quick. PORN, like, were you very, very much sexual guy before you got onto your first set? And it was 2018, right?
Yep.
Bang Bros, right?
My first ever set was Dog Fart.
Dog Fart. Okay, dope. That was pretty decent then. And was it a solo male scene? Because usually starting a Dog Fart is like they put multiple guys.
So once again, shout out to Prince. Prince, you know, he got a little yank, so he was able to curve some of them boot camps I probably would have went through.
So you was managed by Prince Joshua.
That's who brought me into the game, for
there
sure.
We go. We're going to talk about how that happened, for sure. Where did that happen? How did you meet Prince Joshua? How did he get you into porn?
Okay, so while I'm a stripper, there was this club called Karma in D.C., and it used to be managed by this guy named Assassin. Me and CEO used to drive 5 hours to get to this club sometimes, and we didn't get a booking. It's whatever you can make off the floor. They're not giving up a hotel room either. So sometimes you only making enough money off the floor where you can either get you a room and go out of pocket to get back home, or maybe you sleep in the car tonight outside of a hotel somewhere and pocket your little profit money. And I used to hate going there because DC is one of those cities where they're not here for the sex appeal. They really want to see you dance. And so a lot of times financially...
DC!
Yes, they was not playing with me. A lot of times financially I didn't do well there. But I would always find 1 or 2, 3 ladies that was supportive enough to maybe where they didn't throw a lot of money at the show, but we about to work something out after the gig, you know what I'm talking about? So, long story, my brother calls me one day while I have no desire to do porn yet. And he tells me that he Googled and he did his research, and one of the most looked up categories on Pornhub is guys jacking off. So, if I'm already stripping, if I just start posting those kind of videos on Pornhub, I'll make some money.
More like solo or like...
Yeah, it's like solo content, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm a Jack the Beanstalk anyway. I might as well get paid for it. And obviously...
I love the terminology.
And so when I put that video up, I still had a manager. And she called me and she was like, you think you would really do porn? And she lives in North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. Nobody in North Carolina knows how to do porn. So she can't call my bluff. Yeah, I would really do porn. She says, okay. She hangs up, and maybe 3 hours later, she calls me and she says, take a picture of your dick next to the remote and send it to me. I think that she's trying to get me booked for like a stripping gig. I take a picture of my dick next to the remote, send it to her. She texts me back. She says, okay, be by your phone. Assassin, which is owner of that club in D.C., and Prince are going to call you on 3-way at, 7 o'clock or so. I'm like, who the fuck is Prince? And she sends me a picture of him, and I'm thinking in my mind, where the fuck do I know this man?
He looks kind of familiar. Like how they do us now. Like,
and I hate it, right? I hate it.
I'm like, okay.
But, like, where the fuck, but I really couldn't remember it. And then it hit my brain. Oh, this porn buddy man. They about to call, they calling about some porn shit?
Wow.
Prince get on the phone. OG Bobby Johnson. Hey, look, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care to give a fuck about you. I'm only on the phone with you because...
Not Prince Joshua talking that shit off the rip. I love it.
I'm only on the phone with you because I give a fuck about Assassin. Assassin said you good money. I saw your photos. I like your look. I want you to come to LA. If you do an audition. If it goes well, I'll put you down with Silverback, which is his agency.
Okay.
If it doesn't go well, you can get the fuck off the plane and go back to North Carolina.
I love it.
I'm on the phone like, oh, this motherfucker that
got me fucked up. I'm gonna tear that porn shit up. I'm gonna be the star.
But not even. I'm just not really feeling the way he's talking to me about porn. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not even trying to do that shit. They tweaking. I ain't. What? When I gotta come, he says, I'm going out the country with my family. I'll call you in about a month. I think in a month, I'm going to have a perfect lie ready for why I can't go. And he doesn't call me for like 5 months. And then he calls me like we talked yesterday. Yeah, what's up, man? It's Pete. I need you here in 5 days. I got an audition set up for you.
Wow.
And I wasn't going to do it, but I did. And I was super, super broke at this time. I thought in my mind, oh, we talking porn star? They probably, my body to be on the internet forever. They probably 50,000 a movie. Maybe they do the new people 20,000. We get
to the tea, cocktails and tea segment, but Pressure already giving it out. So yeah, so we think in our mind that it's this big check.
Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking they probably fly PJ to get me there, but maybe they put me first class because it's my first time. Prince is get your own hotel, get your own flight, get your own test. It was just expense after expense after expense. And I'm thinking, hold on, I'm trying to make some money because I'm broke. Y'all taking money from somebody
then
that's
I got to pay you.
I got to get a rental car. So there was a lady named Julie that helped me out a lot. She took care of all the basically got my flight with her flight credits from a company. Yeah. Got me a rental. You know, she was just all in on helping me get it situated. And then I went, did the audition with Prince.
What's an audition with Prince? Or what's an audition in porn?
So for me,
this is interesting.
The audition was, it was me, Prince, and Carmen.
That's a nice audition.
Carmen Karma, excuse me.
I knew who you were talking about, yeah. But those we're gonna correct it.
And
she kills you.
Yeah, look, she see pressure you. What?
Because you guys are pretty close. But yeah, say it loud and say it proud, Carmen.
It's KK over here. And on the drive over there, Prince is telling me that we're gonna both be in the video. And I'm not gonna lie, I went to every gas station I could trying to find some dick pills. Because, you know, I got this audition. I'm thinking, I know I need me a dick pill or something.
Wow, right? Already, huh? Have you ever done that before? Like any kind of for your penis, like excitement or enhancement? Yeah.
Before this day, I had tried like some rhino pills from the gas station, like when I was doing a strip show.
That's what I was thinking.
Y'all stay the fuck away from them rhino pills. Them shits will kill you.